So we're going to mop upstairs and we're going to mop the steps. First step is to get the bucket and everything and the mop system, which is going to be stored right here. So we're going to put it right here in this corner, just like that. And it'll be sitting right there. And the reason we're going to put it here is so that it's very easy to put the water, to roll it out to get the water, which we're going to show you how to do that in a minute. And then also, then you can just wring it out down here, and you really only need to wring it out maybe 2 or 3 times when you're cleaning upstairs. So you don't have to walk up and down the steps very much, and that way the whole thing's easy to keep down here and fill up with the hose and do everything else. But that's where we're going to start, with the bucket right there. Now let's go fill it up with water. Right here, at this level, these little spaces right there, and that's good. We're not going to put any cleaner in here. No Pine Sol, we don't even need Windex. We're going to just completely do this with just clean, fresh water, and that will be more than adequate. We don't want to put any residue all over the rubber mats. So the first thing you do is fill it up with water to there, go upstairs and start your mopping. You got your bucket all filled up with water, you're ready to start mopping, but you do need one thing first, and that is right here. We want to vacuum the steps. So in these rubber treads right here, you can get dirt in here. So you take the little vacuum cleaner, make sure it's on, and come along here and vacuum the treads and vacuum all the corners. And do that all the way up the steps and make sure all the little dirt and particles are done. And then we're going to mop the steps, and that's the next step. So the steps get dusty, and every week we're going to mop them once a week on Monday. So you take the mop and you wring it out and you just hold it right above the step just like that. And if there's dirt in the treads, you're going to take the small white vacuum and you're going to vacuum out the treads. Just go all the way up the steps just like this. Then when you finish doing all the steps, we're going to do the top landing area, and let's go take a look at that right now. So the first thing we want to do is we want to do the perimeter around the entire gym area. And you notice I have the bucket up there and I'm squeezing it out. I found out really it's not necessary to bring up the steps. You just keep it down below because you don't need to wring it out that much. So we're going to start on the edges and we're going to work all the way around the entire perimeter. We want to make sure we don't get it on the carpet there, so be real careful about that. You'll notice that there seems to be a small residue in the water as I'm mopping here. That's because I used to put Pine Sol in it, but we don't do that anymore. It's not necessary. We're just doing a clean mop with fresh water that's more than adequate. Go around the entire perimeter of the gym first to make sure that edge is all done. And then you'll see me coming around the other side here, and then I'm ready to start mopping out in the field, if you will. I get right around the border. We've got a nice mop strip there, the gray strip there, so it doesn't damage any wood when the mop comes around. Very simple to do. Get around the entire perimeter, and then we're going to mop out in the field. So now we're going to go out into the field. And so you can stand there and swing the mop back and forth about 4 foot on each side of you and do a nice little pattern, starting at this side and then working across the entire gym area, making sure you get around the equipment as well. It's very simple and easy to do. So we've just finished mopping the entire upstairs. We have some dirty water we got to get rid of. We're going to dump it in the planter. Try not to get the bark out on the edge like I did there. But now we want to clean out the bucket and the system and make sure we've left it better than we found it. So we're going to go back over here to the hose and we're going to rinse out the bucket, but we're also going to rinse out the mop. And I found a really good way to do that very quickly. I was filling up the bucket and rinsing the mop back and forth and emptying the bucket because I really don't want any mud or dirt that we're going to re-spread all over the rubber flooring. So if you just take the hose and put it in the top like this and then squeeze and continue to run water down on the mop, you're going to clean it out very quickly. I did this probably in about 60 seconds and the mop head was completely clean and running clean. So the whole system got cleaned out, then dumped the water back in the planter, put it back underneath the staircase, and we're good to go.